Hey everybody, how are you tonight? Dr. Stephanie Stroud here with Cornerstone's Pet Tip for the Week. And today we are talking about our exotic friends. So, exotic, what does that mean? So, our exotic pets are any of those pets that are not our traditional pet. So that may include birds, it may include tortoises, turtles, reptiles, amphibians, our small mammals such as our rodents, our hedgehogs, our guinea pigs, our rats and mice, anything along those lines is what many veterinarians would classify exotic, okay? May include snakes as well. Anything that's not a dog or cat or is, large animal, farm type animal would be classified as an exotic. So exotics are a little bit different than our other pets, and so we want to give you some tips today on how to make sure that you are taking care of your baby just the way you should, okay? Excuse me. The number one tip I have for you guys is to get the basics down. What does that mean? Well, these guys, whether it's a guinea pig or a hedgehog or a bird, all of these guys require very precise home care and habitat and husbandry care. Maybe it's specific diet, maybe it's a specific type of home or crate that you have in them, specific temperatures. All those things can really vary. And so you want to make sure that you definitely do your research and find out with the specific exotic pet that you have that you are addressing that and making sure that you are taking care of them properly. Some of the most common diseases we see in our exotic pets are actually because there is a lack of proper home care. And so really making sure that you're doing your research before you get an exotic pet to make sure that you are able to address their nutrition and their crate size and everything that is necessary with that before you get them is going to be very, very important to take into consideration. Number two, once you have your exotic pet, you want to make sure to try to set up a routine for them. So exotics are interesting in the fact that most of them are typically prey animals. So it's very, very difficult to identify diseases in them because they will often hide it so well. They're kind of like, they just don't want to show their diseases, which none of us like to be sick, but exotic pets really don't like to be sick, and they pretend for a long time that they're not sick. And so by setting up a routine, feeding them at specific times during the day, feeding them specific amounts during the day, keeping the water level at a specific point, heating if you have a exotic pet that needs heating in their habitat, making sure you're doing all those at very specific times, being aware of when your pet is most active and when they're not, is going to be able to help you identify the little subtle changes that they may be exhibiting showing that they are sick. And so be really precise in trying to create a routine for your exotic pet. Number three, which is a really easy way to monitor them and monitor for sickness, is to get a gram scale. Okay, those can be found at Walmart, Amazon, very inexpensive thing to get. And what you're going to do is you're going to weigh your exotic pet. Okay, taking weekly measurements of their weight will be a great way to monitor their health. Exotic pets, for the most part, keep a very stable weight their entire lifetime once they are mature from babies up to adults. And so sometimes the only thing you'll see is a shift in weight. And so if you're seeing a big drop in weight or anything like that, that is a key to you that your exotic pet is hiding that it's not feeling well and it needs to get to the veterinary office ASAP. So by monitoring their weight weekly, you're able to identify things that maybe you wouldn't see otherwise because you have a life. Doesn't mean you don't love your exotic pet, but you have kids to take care of. You have to go to work. You have school. There's a number of other things that you have to attend to other than being able to be with them 24/7. And so monitoring their weight on a weekly basis is an excellent way to ensure that your pet is staying healthy. Okay. The fourth and final tip I have is make sure that you are doing preventative medicine with these guys by taking them to the veterinarian. I can't tell you how often I hear with these guys of, oh, I didn't know they needed to go to the vets. These guys are pets. These are part of your family. Preventative medicine is the best way to keep them going for as long as possible. So I absolutely hate it when I have to have a pet come in. They've never been to the veterinarian and their disease process is so far along that I can't do anything to save them. And so we here at Cornerstone recommend biannual exams for these guys, just like we do for our dogs or cats. They age much faster, and so we're able to make sure that we are not getting any age-related diseases, but it also allows us to help you guys as owners to help with education, so you know what specifically you need to be watching for at home, what specifically you need to be feeding your specific exotic pet tailored to them. It helps us monitor their weight, and we can hopefully identify disease processes early on so that we can actually do something to save these guys and to give them the long quality life that they deserve and that you want to give them. And so what do you do when you get a new exotic pet? You take them to the vet. Identify those things early. It is much easier to treat a disease early on than it is later on when it may not even be something that we can treat. So those are your 4 tips for today. To recap, we're going to keep the basics, make sure we get the basics down, knowing how to take care of them. We're going to create a routine for our exotic pets so we can identify subtle changes with them. We're going to monitor their weight on a weekly basis, and we're going to take them to the veterinary office every 6 months for a wellness exam to make sure that they are doing appropriately and that we're not missing any problems with them that can be treated to prolong their life. If you have questions or concerns or have any comments, please drop them below. I'm happy to get back to them. If you are watching this on the replay, please know that you can also find this on our website. If ever you decide to get rid of Facebook or anything like that, it's at cornerstonevet.info. Go to the About section, go to videos, and you can go to pet tips, and you can actually see all of the videos and the pet tips that we've ever done. You can also find us at our YouTube channel, Cornerstone Animal Hospital. And just click on that and we'll have all the videos as well. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.